Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks. I just made a video on this. This is mine, this is his. And I started looking at his, and he's gonna surely email me back, tell me I made it, but there's another way to make this. I'm gonna draw a square holding down the control button and I hit P. I'm gonna get my shape tool and I'm gonna bring this in. Maybe not so much. And then I'm gonna control D and I'm gonna rotate it 45 degrees. And then I'm gonna select it all and weld it. So I get kind of more his shape. I don't like it. Let's go a little further. Let's take, so I'm still curious how he did it. See, I'm going to get where I'm going to make something round if I do it that way. Control D and rotate it 45 degrees and then just weld it. Yeah, see, his it's more like his now. It's more flat. And this is going to work because this is on the top part. So I'm going to take a 2-point line and hit P. I'm going to control D, and I don't have to rotate it from the center because it's already in the center. I'm going to go 22.5 degrees. I'm going to take the other one and control D and rotate it to negative 22.5. And we have that exact same thing, but different. And then hopefully I get to it. I notice he did something here that's pretty good little trick. And if you didn't watch the first video, we kind of did that. So now I'm going to left click, right click, and what I did, I made 2 boxes. And I'm going to take a 2-point line, and I'm going to go straight up to about, you know what, about there. Well, I hit the parallel dimension. I do that all the time because it looks like a line, and you get in a hurry. Now, I'm going to take, you know what? I can take that and control D, double click on it to get it to rotate from there. And I can rotate it 22.5 degrees and I put it there. Hopefully these 2 lines now are not together. And good, they're not. So now I can take that one and take the top and click on it and right click, turn it into a curve. I'm going to give it a pretty good curve. I wanted a pretty good curve. And I can move that over, maybe move it down a little bit, maybe give it a little bit more. You know, I need to stay near this line or I'm going to have a broken spot. So now we can take these 2 lines. I don't know why I do that or what it does. So I'm going to shift select that line and I'm going to go to effects and blend. And I'm going to blend that 12 times again. Pretty good. I like it. So now I need to nudge that out of the way. Whoop. And I'm going to go and break the blend apart. You almost have to. But then I'm going to group it. And then I'm going to put it back. And I think because that line is right on the center, I can take this and control D, get the 2-sided arrow and just move it over. Yeah, see, that way they're kind of the same. Now I'm going to get rid of this because I'm going to nudge this over and it's a group, and nudge this over and it's a group. And I'm going to select it all. I'm going to go intersect and look at that. So there's my shape. These are separated. I'm going to intersect them and see by doing that. Now I've still got that gap, and you know, there's 50 different ways you could make this, as we already proved. Now, what I need, you see, I'm going to move all that out of the way. I haven't blended them yet. So I'm going to control D and make a duplicate while holding down the shift key. The shift key is going to help it grow from the center. I'm going to blend them that 12 times. And I can move this back over. I need to group it, control G, control D. Alternate C because it's in the center. And we'll rotate it 45 degrees. See, that gap keeps getting larger when you duplicate it over, but it still looks pretty cool. I like it better than my first one. The only thing is you're getting so thick in the middle. You know what? I don't know what he draws in. Half point. Let's make him a hairline. See, that should eliminate and make him look like that. Now let's take it and make it, let's group it together, Control G, and let's make him yellow. And let's bring in a black box. I color them yellow so, I think it stands out on your screen and make it look a little bit. Now I started looking at this while that other video was loading. And because this is all grouped together, we could take an ellipse and hit P and kind of adjust that with the shift key to make it like that. And we can intersect that. No, we can't. Why can't we? This is a group of 11 objects. It's a group. Huh. Okay. Here's one for power stroke. I do not like power stroke, but let's give it a shot. Sometimes power stroke will work. So I'm going to go up here and go power clip. I use it so little. Power clip, place inside container. Okay, I don't know that I had that yellow selected. You know what? I'm going to make it black for a second. And I'm going to go click on it, object, power clip, inside frame. Look at that. Now see, only thing I don't like about power clip, you can't really de-power clip it. But that looks pretty cool because you've kind of now turned it into a circle. And you still got the way I like the other better. And see, now I can't make the lines yellow. Power clip is just a weird animal. I'm going to leave it like that. See, it made the outside line, but it will not make the other inside line. And see, I could do that, make the whole thing yellow. Anyway, I hope that gave you some suggestions. So if I would have made it all black, it would have been okay. You know what? Let's do that real quick to see if it works. Let's make it black. And let's go to object, power clip, inside frame. And I'm going to find out why that didn't work on intersect. And if I figure it out, I'll let you know. Anyway, hope that helps somebody someday, and thank you for watching.